YouTube, what is going on, baby? Your boy has spent the whole day playing the brand new patch, and I can officially say I'm pretty sure I know the best custom tactics and formation for the new patch. Now, the new patch just recently came out, so obviously things will change as we adapt to the patch, but more nerfs have hit the FC24. More offensive nerfs have hit the game. So the way you play this game every day seems to, become a little bit more defensive every single patch. But that's just the way EA's taking it. Now, I'm going to talk about the formation I found the most success on and players that I find to play in that formation the best. Now, the first thing I got to say is I believe Timo Werner received another upgrade, which means he's 2 upgrades away from being fully done. Oh, by the way, what's up? Welcome back to the Road for Champions RTG edition. We are back for another one. Timo Werner is a 91 rated card, and I'm pretty sure last night when I went to bed, he was a 90 rated card, or maybe I just forgot that he got the 91. I'm not sure, but this card, I got to play with him a lot today as well, and yep, the guy's pretty damn serious if I'm being honest with y'all lads. 97 pace, 90 shooting, 90 dribbling. If you did not do this card, you definitely missed out, because this is going to, again, he can still get 2 more upgrades. If it happens, I think he can still get 2 more. Man, imagine this card makes it to a 93 rated card with already 97 pace. Like, that's just a wild card, man. And he is incredible, especially in the formation I'm about to show you guys. Another card that's remarkable in this formation for me is João Felix, bro. Now, I've played a couple different players in this formation. That's why I only have 4 games on him. But João Felix has 7 goals and 3 assists. Let's talk about the formation. So, the first thing I did when the patch first came out was I tried out the 4-1-3-2, which is my favorite formation in the game. Or was my favorite formation in the game until not this patch, but the patch before. They kind of ruined it a little bit. Now, this patch, if you don't know, added new animations to the game, which nobody asked for, but they gave it to us. And it gave nerfed passing, which nobody asked for, but they did it. So I'm not sure if the person at EA Sports, the developer that makes the game, is actually playing the game. No disrespect to that person, but I just feel like there's no way that you think that finesse shots need to be nerfed, Trivelas need to be nerfed, passes need to be nerfed. There's just no way that this much offensive things needed to be nerfed. So I tried 4-1-3-1-2, and because passing is whatever they did with passing, they did it. This was more of a tiki-taka formation where you passed really fast. You always had an open player and you quick passed around. I don't know how much you really want to be messing with the passing right now until we all get comfortable with whatever they've nerfed. So I didn't really, this wasn't my go-to formation. I then went into the 4-4-2, where also I felt that the passing just didn't feel as well as it once did, which left me down to 2 formations. The 4-3-2-1, which has survived every single patch this year. It's probably the strongest formation. No matter what patch comes out, this seems to be a valuable formation. I think you'll see a lot of pro players at the pro tournaments running this formation right here for sure. It is a very, very strong formation. But the one I found the most success in is the 4-2-3-1. And before we go into it, I want to talk to you guys about why the 4-2-3-1 for me was so successful. With all of the nerfs, from finesse shots to Trivelas to passing, with offensive things getting nerfed, the more players you have in front of your box, the easier it's going to be for you to defend. And I was playing games where, I was beating people 7-1, 6-1, just absolutely smacking people because, with all of the nerfs, it's really hard for people to break you down. So if you are an experienced player that just, with the way the game is, if you're experienced enough to not switch into your back line or even to your defensive mids unless you have to, it's going to be really hard for any of your opponents to find space on this patch because, again, Trivelas are gone, finesse shots are gone, passing's getting nerfed more. It's just crazy. Some of these animations you see now that they just added are kind of weird. They use some funny stuff going on in the game. So I found personally that the 4-2-3-1, the one that's set up like this, gives you a lot of success. And another thing for me why I like this formation is because it's a formation I've been comfortable with since all the way back in FIFA 17. FIFA 17 was the first time I used 4-2-3-1. And I mean, since then, FIFA 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and now into 24, this has been a formation that everyone has somewhat used throughout this time, either this one or 4-2-2-2. So if you've played any FIFA in the last 7 years, you probably have been in this formation at some point. If you've played Weekend League a lot, you've probably probably at least tried this formation. So it's a formation that a lot of people are comfortable with and know how to play it. So with that being said, it's a pretty disgusting setup, but it works. You go stay central, get in behind on your striker. Like I told you guys, João Felix, you need yourself a cam that can pass, score, and is very fast. And that's what João Felix is for me. He holds the game up well. He's the perfect cam. I said it in yesterday's video, and I'll say it again. He's like a very, very fast Kaká. He plays very well, got skill moves on him, got a crazy shot on him, got good passing on him, got crazy speed on him, and he can still get an upgrade when I'm making this video. So this card could become like even better than what he already is. I think if Atletico ties, he goes to a 90. If they win, he'll go to a 91, I think. Which will be absolutely insane. Then I run my Timo Werner on the wing with that crazy speed. But we'll get into how I set it up in a minute. Let's talk about what we do. Come back on defense on your middle cam, your right cam, get into the box for crosses, come back on defense, or your left cam, and then your right cam, come back on defense, get into the box for crosses. When I tell you guys it's scummy and nasty and boring, listen, that's what it is. I'm not going to lie to you guys and act like this is really, really fun. Okay, my 4-1-3-2 was my fun formation. It was my formation where I played Barca tiki-taka football. Unfortunately, that's not really how the game is played because of all the offensive nerfs. So right now it's about not getting scored on and being able to score a lot of goals on your opponent. And this formation with Timo Werner and Politano's speed to break out is very, very clutch. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, Sawa, stay back while attacking, cover center. Kanté, stay back while attacking, cover center. In my experience with this formation, you want to have one player that's a high and one player that's a defensive mid, actual defensive mid. Okay, having Kanté be the actual defensive mid, or Vieira, anyone like that, anyone that's a medium high, I think will be very beneficial to you. And then have yourself a high midfielder, someone that can take the ball forward, box to box, but also can defend really well. You want to make sure you have that. For me personally, I will tell you one thing: in the 4-2-3-1, I do wish my defensive mids were bigger. You know, like Vieira and Yaya Toure type thing, just huge players in the middle. Yeah, Vieira and Hullet, just big bodies. Why? Because the bigger the body, the harder it is to shoot around them. You know, get more auto blocks, get more interceptions. So honestly, I love Kanté and I love Sawa, but the way the game's set up right now, so defensive, I feel like having huge body players right here will really clamp up your defense, and nobody's getting through. All right, your left back and right back, guess what? Stay back while attacking, overlap, and then stay back while attacking, overlap. Listen, it's nobody going forward, man. Right back, left back, stay back while attacking. Left mid, come back on defense, get in the box. Right mid, come back on defense, get in the box. Midfield, middle cam, come back on defense. And then the only person that's not come back on defense or stay back while attacking is Eusebio. Listen, it ain't fun, it ain't beautiful, but sometimes winning is fun. And I found myself winning a lot of games in this formation, and people just could not break me down. Every time I felt like they got behind me, I was able to stop them, no problem, cook them easily. I play with Kanji and Maldini, and again, the only thing I would change is Kanté and Sawa to Vieira and Hullet, or any big bodies like that, right? A high and a medium high. Obviously Vieira over Kanté, and then for a crazy awesome high here for Sawa would be awesome, but big players like 6 foot, that would be sick. Anyways, moving forward, we'll talk about the forwards in just a minute and how I play it. I play on 44 width, 64 depth, balanced direct passing 45, 6 in the box, 3 and 3. It's just how I play it. For me personally, lads, you know, I want a lot of players in the box when I break out. Look, when I break out, I want to score nice goals and score a lot of passing. But the biggest thing is defensively. Defensively, we have to close people out and make sure. See, this defense right here with 44 width, you're closing it, man. You're closing it. So what you're going to want to do is kind of manually cover the wings. Don't give them the wings. You're going to deal with that yourself. But if they try to come inside, that's when they come inside, it's going to be 4 defenders plus 2 DMs plus João Felix coming back plus your left mid, right mid. It's a lot of players coming back, yo. So if they try to play through the middle, they're going to get stopped. That's why we're going 44 width, because I feel more comfortable defending the wings myself. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it real quick. When my opponent's attacking me, I get the interception with Kanté, I get the interception with Sawa. What am I doing? I'm giving the ball to João Felix. And the moment the ball lands on João Felix, I am either trying to put a through ball to the speed of Politano or the speed of Timo Werner. If that's not there, I'm going to send the ball back to Carlos Alberto, right? From João Felix back to Carlos Alberto. From Carlos Alberto, I'm going to give it to Timo Werner. With Timo Werner, if I can take the right back on, I'm going to take the right back on, or left back, whichever side he's on. I'm going to take them on. If I can't take them on, I'm going to send it back to Carlos Alberto, doing a 1-2, and over the top it to Timo Werner. The moment I get by that right back or that left back, I'm going to look up. If I see Eusebio or João Felix in the box ready for an early cross, I'm sending the early cross. If I don't see that, then I'm going to fake to go up the wing like I'm going to go do a cutback, stop there, look back, find Sawa, find João Felix, and start playing through up until I can get myself a nice cross-body shot. That's what I found to be the most successful after the patch. That's how I found to play the formation. So get the interception with Kante or Sawa, give it to João Felix. If one of your wingers are making that run, find them, get them through. If it's not there, don't force it. Send it back to Carlos Alberto or Bacha. Give it back to the right winger. Let the right winger see if they can take on the left back or right back 1v1. If that's not there, send it backwards to your defenders and then find an over the top to get him space. That's how I have literally dominated with this formation. Like I said, it ain't fun, but it's a way to just really, really smack opponents. They can't get into your box because of how many players you have back. And when you get forward, because you have 6 players going forward into the box, you're going to have a lot of options to pass the ball. You need a stupid amount of speed. Listen to me carefully. Speed is important. Speed is massively important in this formation because you want to break out as quickly as possible after the interception. So you got yourself Politano with the 92 pace. That's amazing. You got yourself Timo Werner with 97 pace. That's amazing. If you guys are blessed enough to have Mbappe, run Timo Werner on one wing, Mbappe on the other wing. The faster the player, the better. The better R1 dribbling, the better. You literally want to have a crazy amount of speed on the wings. Your striker position, you probably should have some good amount of speed there too. And I would say your middle cam needs to be balanced. My João Felix luckily is very fast. I don't think he has to be super fast, but you want to be able to break out the back as quickly as possible. I'm not telling you to play counter-attacking football. I'm saying break out as quickly as possible before your defenders your opponent's defenders get back. But at the same time, don't play yourself into trouble. Don't try to spam a through ball if it's not there. Play backwards, play safe. But at the same time, try to get up as quickly as possible, but also make sure you're playing safe because you never want to catch yourself out on the 4-2-3-1. You never want to do that. You want this to be a formation where you dominate the game, you hold the game, you leave the game with more possession, you leave the game with more chances, you leave the game with everything, more everything, bro. And that's what you will do in this formation if you play it properly. Get yourself a really nice cam. And then the last advice I would give people, really, really big CDMs, right? I think that's going to be clutch for people. I got 5'5" and I got 5'6", and it works fine. But I think if I had big bodies there, bro, like I would really dominate games, you know? But unfortunately, I don't really have that many big bodies. I do have this defensive mid here. She's 5'9", but haven't really enjoyed playing with her too much. So this is the team I'm running to do it. My team slowly every day gets more and more upgrades simply because my players are going up. Like Timo Werner is getting upgraded. I don't know if Politano's getting one soon. Hopefully he does. And hopefully João Felix, hopefully they beat Atletico Madrid this weekend and your boy gets a little João Felix upgrade. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, boys, the 4-2-3-1 is very, very strong. If you guys have any questions about the formation, what players to use, what players not to use, please get in the comments down below. Again, I'm going to continue to play this new patch, but based off what I've played so far, 4-2-3-1 is the go-to. It's the best defensively, and it's pretty damn good going forward. I'm pretty sure 4-3-2-1 is probably still going to be a very valuable formation. If you're in that formation, I think the game will be very, very, you know, the same thing for you. I think you'll play it kind of the same, but for me, I just found 4-2-3-1 to be very, very successful, man. So hopefully this video helps you guys out that needed it. If it did, big thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on. I love you guys, and I will catch you in the next episode of the RTG. Appreciate y'all watching. See you soon. Booyah, we out of here.